barley, rye, oats, wheat, and spelt. So it's browse. And she can't eat May contains either, so that can make her poorly. So even a little crumb can make Imogen very poorly.
Brilliant.
Medical at UK is a medical bracelet that she wears. We found it very early on in the diagnosis. Once again, I was looking how people are going to know. The bracelet underneath it has her medical detail. So it says celiac disease and there's a number. And if ever meds back to the consultant and the dietitian goes for everything and you start Googling it, I remember not sleeping, going, how am I going to feed a family of 5 and not get her poorly? She's a twin and we encourage them sharing food. And I stood in that free from aisle and I just cried, Dan.
Oh.
I just stood there and I looked at all and I was like,
Wargwarn, my people. Wargwarn, my people. Wargwarn, my people. Wargwarn, my people. And welcome to the Today We Won podcast.
Welcome to the Today We Won podcast. Wargwarn, my people. Happy New Year. We're back. Apologies on the delay, but you know what? Great things take time, and what an amazing place to start. This episode is a special one. You know they're all special, but this is brilliant. This is a new friend of mine where we have a professional relationship, but it got very personal very quickly, and I'm not apologising for it. So with no further delay, welcome Kerry to the Today We Won podcast.
hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Dan. Thank you for having me.
No problem. It's absolutely amazing having you. Your home is amazing. The story behind your family is amazing. How we met is amazing.
Yeah.
So how did we meet? That's how I start. So how did we meet?
So we met at Nick's Wellbeing Black Tie event.
Yes.
And you were the photographer there.
Yes. Videographer.
Videographer. And we were on the table.
Yes.
Chances. What are the chances?
The same table. Yes, it was. Yeah.
And just through conversations, we were talking about Nick's and how I got involved in Nick's with Sabrina and what Nick's does.
Yeah.
And then my family and celiac disease and everything else.
Yes,
and then
disease.
the podcast got included. And look where we are.
So this episode, guys, is called Twins, Another One, and Everything Else in Between. So tell us a little bit about yourself, as much or as little as you want to, and then straight into celiac disease, how that blessed your family, not affected your family.
Yeah, it did bless us. It has.
Yeah.
And there's so many negatives, but so many positives that have come out of it
100%,
as well. So
100%.
I'm Kerry, as you know. I am mummy to 3 beautiful children, Joseph and the twins, Ethan and Imogen.
And they're so sweet.
You can have them if you want. You can have them. And my wonderful husband, Philip, as well.
Yeah, Phil's cool, man. Phil's cool.
He's all right, isn't he, when he wants to be? So Joseph is 10 and the twins are 5, so they are our COVID babies.
Okay.
So I got pregnant as COVID was coming to light, and the day before my 20-week scan, Boris put us into lockdown. So I feel quite lucky compared to other mummies. You know, it was our second pregnancy, so we'd done it before, and it was a planned C-section, so I didn't have to go into labour on my own and those type of things. But the whole pregnancy was basically on my own because you couldn't go anywhere. Phil was a key worker. So once again, he was out a lot as well. So
we have to clap for our key workers. We do, because that was very important. It didn't matter which role they played, that was important.
He helped.
Perfect.
And it was scary, the unknown. We all know COVID was horrendous. And then I had 2 beautiful babies, Ethan and Imogen. And it was hard. I'm not going to, lie about that. As I said, Phil was a key worker. You weren't allowed visitors. I couldn't go out. I couldn't see anybody. But what was really hard is I had 2 very different babies.
Okay.
So Ethan still is very chilled, laid back, fine. And, we just thought he's a boy. So that's what boys do, because my eldest was the same. However, Imogen was very unsettled, very vocal, very clingy, struggled with her bottles, struggled with a lot of things. and it was COVID, so we wasn't getting seen by doctors or anything really.
Yeah.
We put it down to she's a girl.
Yeah.
Which sounds crazy now, but we'd never heard of it. Didn't know anything. We just thought she was sassy and she's a girl. Where it really came out and more noticeable was if we ever went out and we sat her in the car, she would scream the whole journey.
Oh, wow.
Where now we know it's because she had tummy ache, and if you sat in a car seat, you're bent
crunched up
over.
A bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
But once again, we went to know, and she started nursery. I went back to work 9 months. I needed the sanity, to be fair, to go back to work 3 days a week, and she went to nursery. Very unhappy anyway, and she ended up going into hospital. So she'd picked up a sickness bug, but she was very poorly, and she had been sick constantly, diarrhea constantly, but then she wasn't eating, she wasn't going to the toilet, her belly was so swollen.
And so is this at baby age, or is this just
was
afterwards?
9 months old.
Okay.
This is where she'd first got diagnosed.
Yeah.
Well, tell a lie, it would have been about 11 months. It was just before her first birthday. She started nursery at 9. And the doctors did every test possible, Dan. I mean, every test.
No way.
Even suggesting that she may have a tumour. And it was COVID. Phil wasn't allowed there with me, so I was doing this all on my own. Not once did they test for celiac disease. And now we know I know the symptoms. It was very obvious that it could have been. So because she wasn't eating, she got better. We come home, several hospital visits and doctor visits, and nursery commenting saying her belly's not right. It's very swollen. She's not happy. And we got sent to hospital again. And that's when we were just so lucky. It was like 18 months. And this one consultant the one morning then went, I'm going to test her for celiac disease. That I'd never heard of celiac disease.
You enlightened me on it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
You did.
I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And when I Googled it and the doctors mentioned, it's a gluten, you can't eat gluten, I was just like, that's that gluten-free diet that everybody goes on to lose weight and make them feel better. And then she got home. You have to have 2 blood tests, and it was confirmed. Spoke to the consultant, and the dietitian goes through everything, and you start Googling it. I remember not sleeping, going, how am I going to feed a family of 5 and not get her poorly? She's a twin, and we encourage them sharing food. And I stood in that free from aisle, and I just cried, Dan. I just stood there, and I looked at all, and I was like, how am I going to cook the meals that I've always cooked and everything else? We come home and we emptied all the cupboards, and because Imogen she can't eat gluten, so that's barley, rye, oats, wheat, and spelt, so it's browse. And she can't eat may contains either, so that can make her poorly. So even a little crumb can make Imogen very poorly. So when we're going through all my cupboards, there was even rock salt that had a may contain gluten.
Wow.
Why does rock salt have gluten in it?
Honestly. And you wouldn't think, you just... And no, it's salt.
Well, which we had done for a while. We were cooking.
Of course.
And then it's just by chance. So we've been given her gluten. So my friend just said to me, set up Instagram and just document your journey. And I was like, okay, what am I going to get from it?
Just whilst we're on Instagram, can you tell us and the camera so we can all get involved and get liking?
Imogen's Instagram page is the Coeliac Princess. So it's _Coeliac_princess.
It'll be on there. Perfect. So please carry on. I just wanted to space to put that on there. Yeah.
So the first few posts, Dan, were just little baby and me with a plate of food in front of her, and I just documented it. And it just got bigger and bigger. And it's the best community that I've ever been involved in.
Wow.
I think more so because it's so relatable. There's so many adults and moms that if I'm having that really bad day and saying somebody hasn't got it, or somebody's commented this, or she's gone to a party without a cake, they get it.
Yes.
And you don't feel like you're moaning. And
and it's a community, a sense of togetherness. I think sometimes, like, when you said you cried and I really felt for you, and even if you was able to put that on there, someone else is like, it wasn't just me, and you see that togetherness. Oh man,
And this is what we're kind of getting as time's gone. I mean, I've gone, like, for me, it's 7,500 followers Imogen's page has got,
Wow.
which, thank you. And, you know, there's so much more followers other people have got. But
Of
for
course.
me, I'm just documenting my mini celiac's journey as a mom.
Yeah.
And we've got 7,000 followers.
Yeah.
I don't speak to 7,000 followers in people in a year type of thing. So,
Yeah. Well, technically you do.
well, I do now.
Yeah.
And I would just put something on and I'll have parents that message me going, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's made me look into this, or it's not just me, or you've helped me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, the page is doing something.
It's doing its job, yes. Bringing awareness, sharing, togetherness.
Yeah.
And also as well, giving you a voice. Sometimes it's having someone listen to you, you know, like just say, for example, we've just become friends and we get on really well. We both talkers, I bet you can guess that. But, but you know, like, some people aren't as confident as you, so they will be confident to drop you a DM and say thank you, but they won't be confident to start the channel or at least even document it. They might document it on paper, hard copy, but not document it in a visual terms or sense where they can even look back, show a little one. Do you know what I mean? Like, these things are very important, where sometimes, I don't want to be in front of the camera, or what do I say? Or, you know, and it's where do you start? And sometimes the best thing you can do is just go first.
Yeah.
You know? You know?
Yeah. The little things about, like, schools. So school was a biggie for us because we found that school didn't fully understand what celiac disease was. Same as me. Just thought it was a gluten intolerance. And, you know, so Imogen can't play with Play-Doh because Play-Doh's got gluten in it.
Okay.
So that can make her poorly. And if you've got one child playing with gluten, that's then touched everything else in the classroom.
Wow.
Imogen's gluten.
Did not think of that, yeah. Pens, pencils, rulers, scissors.
And we've had an incident happen, not from Play-Doh, but something else, where food was brought into the classroom. And yes, she was given gluten-free food, which was amazing.
Okay.
But the rest of the school wasn't. Well, the class.
Yes.
So those children, then eating all those crumbs and it's going everywhere. She was very poorly for a very long time.
Oh.
But the fact that I then documented that onto our page was to show that, you know, this has happened.
Awareness, yeah.
But I haven't ignored it. I've then explained to the school and we've put things in place going for, not just for Imogen, but anybody else.
And that's brilliant.
So it's helped in that part
100%. And sorry, I just wanted to add in there, Kerry, not even just Imogen School, 7,500 followers. You've got at least 10 mothers that said, look, there's a lady here who I follow, and I can say it with my chest that she's done da-da-da-da-da, and actually my little one is da-da-da-da-da, and she's explained it way better than I could explain it. And I know we don't do social media, but please check this and then that's 10 more schools minimum.
That's helping.
Minimum. That's amazing, honestly. Please carry on. I just wanted to add.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Coeliac UK is the charity.
Okay.
And I volunteer for Coeliac UK. We can go into that in a minute.
Yes.
And their resources have been so helpful and useful. So they do something called an individual healthcare plan.
Okay.
IHCP. And when I did my research, spoke to Coeliac UK, I found it. So I've completed the template. So that template is available, which I send to parents and say, this is from Coeliac UK. It's a proper form. These are the details that I filled out, and I'm happy for you to use it and amend it for your school. So,
sorry, can we put a link somewhere in regards to that now on here?
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I would like to think that someone who isn't a part of your 7,500 would see this, and even if they are, they think, oh wow, I need that page, I need that page. So we will put the links in the description. So then, so I just wanted to add that.
No,
so
that's
please
fine.
carry on.
So it's not just the IHCP. There's a school letter template. There's a Young Champions pack that's on there.
Excellent.
There's lots of different resources, and for adults as well. But for families and children, it's there. So we can have the link. It's done.
Perfect.
And then in his page, there's a template that I filled out.
Brilliant.
Which I'm happy to email out and share there.
Perfect.
But I've had parents reach out to me and say, I didn't know you could do an IHCP or what it included. And I'd support and advise and said, this is what you need to take to the school.
Perfect.
So like you said, 10,
Yeah.
if not more.
If not more. And, you know, 1 at minimum. And that's what we do, man. We're here to, this is why I started the channel. It was so we could all share our stories and enlighten each other and uplift each other. And, you know, sometimes on our, one of our, let's say, darkest days, one of our hardest days, not darkest, one of our hardest days. And you think, man, why me? God, universe, whatever, why me? You know why? Because you was the one that could bring the awareness to the 10,000 behind you. That's why. But unfortunately, we don't, and it is unfortunately, we don't get to see the real magic of what we've done. That's good and bad, because then we have blessings come to us because of what we've put, the processes, procedures we put in place to give people a platform or to protect their children. You know how much mums love you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm one of them fathers. I was going to say one of them mums, but no, serious. I'm one of those fathers because you're teaching me a lot. I like to think that there's one person who's going to watch this and think, wow, thank you, Kerry. And thank you, Dan, for hosting it. But thank you, Kerry, because now I know that there's, I didn't know, I knew about celiac because my niece, my daughter, my whoever, it doesn't matter. But I didn't know there was forms that we could get into schools. That form could potentially get into colleges. Now we can potentially get, like, you know, notes if they're of a senior school age where they can say, look, man, I need to go and step out, or I need to have this, or I need a moment. All of this is so important because without bringing the awareness, it's like shut up until someone has not an attack or a fit, but I you know what I mean, I worst case scenario, like, what I'm thinking is like an asthma attack, but not that. Allergic reaction. There you go. And then it's like, oh, sorry, we didn't know. And it's like, I get you didn't know, but it is important that we bring awareness. I love the saying, prevention is better than cure. 100%. 100%. So the celiac, so when you said to me that you volunteer, could you just talk to us a little bit about how you provide your services to the Coeliac UK? Yeah, to the community. Perfect. Thank you.
So I became a member of Coeliac UK very early on, and they'd sent resources, and a magazine came through events, and one of the events was the Young Wolverhampton Coeliac Group. And I think we were 3 months in diagnosis, and I just thought, I need to go. And I went to the event, and the 2 other volunteers at the time, Sally and Leanne, were there with their children. It was a very small event at that time. And I remember crying, just going, you just get it. And Imogen's running around and she can eat whatever she wants. You don't have to do a packed lunch and wash her hands. And
touch things, you know, be a kid, man. Just be a kid.
It was just nice. And it was friendly, and my boys were there as well. So it was very inclusive. And then we went to, I remember I sat at the Easter event, and I said to Sally, I can help. If you need any help, I can help, because I thought this group needs to continue.
And spread. So
then they did a walk, so a picnic. So during May and June, they have a picnic and a walk, a celiac awareness walk. And that's with...
Is that every May and June?
Every May is Coeliac Awareness Week.
Wow. And this walk is in Wolverhampton?
Yeah, so they go from Cupcake Lane.
Okay.
And that's adults and children.
Women only?
Anybody.
Just asking for the audience.
Anybody
perfect.
that has a lived experience with celiac or is going for a diagnosis. So we go from Cupcake Lane because they provide gluten-free food.
Okay,
so
perfect.
We obviously give money to them and help them. And we just walk around. There's a little walk, Spesto walk, I think. I might be wrong. And we walk around there, and then we come back. And you just talk and chat. And
mingle.
Us as volunteers wear our orange tops. That's what Coeliac UK is, orange. So everyone's going, oh, what's that top? And that's what we do in May. June, we go normally to Bantop Park and we're Wolverhampton. And we sit on the rose garden and we have a little picnic. Once again, the children play. That first one I went to, once again, I sat with Sally and I went, I can help. I can sit and help. And then I'm now a volunteer of the Young Wolverhampton Coeliac Group.
That's perfect. I'm really happy with that.
Cover their social media side of it. I reach out to companies to help with donations, because gluten-free food is so expensive, Dan.
Tell me about it. I used to work in Morrison's as a delivery driver, and I used to do the picking. This was, I was a key worker when COVID happened. I worked in Morrison's, and I would like do the picking. I pick the shopping, all of this. And I hit the gluten-free aisle, and I was like, whoa, it's got everything, but the prices step up.
Yeah.
But it is all together, which is good. So you go looking for, I don't know, just example, okay, cereal.
Yes.
But then you see like, you know, I don't know, this, all these other things, all gluten, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're in the section. So that's good. You don't need to run all around. So yeah, I do know it's expensive.
But it's double, triple more expensive sometimes.
Wow.
But also, you don't have to shop in the free-for aisle for everything, because now I'm an expert label reader. I buy a lot of items that are accidentally gluten-free.
Okay.
So what that means is the ingredients don't say gluten-free or celiac safe. They're just naturally gluten-free.
Okay, good.
So a lot of like pasta sauces, we get naturally gluten-free, or meat is gluten-free. Vegetables are gluten-free. We can get some certain crisps or chocolates that are naturally, but then some chocolates contain gluten. Like, it's just a minefield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I reach out to companies to kind of just say, things are expensive. Young children, we don't want to buy simply if they're not going to like it.
Yeah.
Would you be happy to gift us things? Obviously, we'll tag you all on social media.
Yeah.
But just so our mini celiacs can try it and the parents aren't spending lots of money. And we've had some amazing companies that gift and support us and help us, because this is where Nick's wellbeing comes in.
Yeah.
So when I spoke to Sabrina, we'd said, you know, we're self-funded community group. It's cost us a lot of money. We don't want to charge the parents a lot. And Sabrina had then said, well, we can cover the cost of the venue for you. So it's the second year now that she's done it for us, which is a massive saving.
100%. You can spend more on food and more on hosting and making the place look pretty.
Yeah. Or not just that, Dan, it's more like where parents aren't spending £10 per child to come along, because we have families travel 2 hours to us.
Wow.
Because there's not many
in their region.
Yeah, because we're run by volunteers. So we have a lot of families travel very far to come to us, so they just feel normal. So we don't want to then go and charge them a lot of money. We just want to cover the costs of what we've done that day.
Of course.
But the Young Wolverhampton Coeliac Group is now been going for 21 years.
Wow, that's excellent. That is excellent.
Yeah.
I have a date, the 21st of June.
The 7th of June.
Okay, so 21 years in June, and that's what it was.
I mean,
21st year in June.
But I think it's the 7th. We'll put something out there to correct it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
it's for our 21st summer festival. So myself, Sally, and the other volunteers are organising this event. It's quite nerve-wracking. We're doing it at the Kerry Memorial Hall, and we have got some stalls, gluten-free food stalls are coming, or we've got some of our young celiacs that are coming that are making some bracelets and jewellery.
Wow.
Or adults that make some other arts and pieces that are very linked to the community. So we're doing that event and just celebrating 21 years of this group.
That's amazing.
So it started, there's always been a Wolverhampton adult group where children would go there. And back then, Janet, who run the adult group, just felt that we needed a separate group. And that's where she set up the Young Wolverhampton Coeliac Group. Sally, who is chair of the committee on our Young Wolverhampton, her boys are celiac.
Okay.
And they used to go. And she's continued that group, because even though her boys are in their 20s, she just feels it's very, very important.
100%.
And then Leanne, she has had to step down because life is just so busy, but she's celiac, and her daughter is celiac, so she was part of it. That's why she joined. And then our new committee member, Jo, she joined us a couple of years ago. I might be wrong. And that's because her daughter is celiac as well. So she thinks this group needs to continue going.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So important.
And I just wondered, my first question, can anyone attend? And I say that because my daughter, she would be on the autistic spectrum. However, she is, you'll love her. You will love her. She is a ball of energy.
Yeah.
Now, I have to, openly admit, we eat everything. However, we would love to come and support. Now, even if it was just Kerry, we know Kerry, but we will come and eat everyone's food. No, we won't. But what I'm saying is, we would love to come and support. But, yeah. Would we be welcome, or is it just specifically for the group because of the cause? Because we can send a donation if that would help, but we would love to come along. My daughter, she loves meeting people. She loves it.
Well, we're not going to say no to you, Dan. You and your family can come. But what we're saying with the group is it is a celiac event.
So we will send a donation. We're happy to.
No, you can come. I mean, I'm not saying no to a donation as well. Like,
yes.
Dan has just said he's given us a donation.
Yes.
Whether it's £1 or not, I don't care. But what I was trying to say is it's a celiac event, so people can come, but no gluten food is allowed at the event.
Yes.
So that's what it is. So obviously, like, my mum and dad will come. They're not celiac, but they're coming to support us. So it's that. So it has to be a gluten-free, celiac-safe, friendly event.
That was what I was going to say. So we would be coming with clean, empty hands. And I'm not even trying to joke. We would come with clean, empty hands, but we would want to buy. And like I said, we eat everything. So if you said we made this cupcake, my daughter will probably have 2. I have 3. If you said there was bars of chocolate, so we would come and support that way. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but you know what's crazy, Dan?
Yeah.
We're saying it's gluten-free, but if there was not a label on it that said it was gluten-free, you wouldn't even know.
It's true. That's true. Yeah.
There are certain foods, so the bread is very different. Certain breads I like that are gluten-free, and certain breads I just can't. Imogen, she was diagnosed at 18 months, knows no different. She eats anything. And the cereal, for me personally, I think because I'm so used to gluten cereal, I can tell the difference. However, when I go to these free-from events with Imogen all the time, I would not know that these foods were gluten-free.
I agree, because I've had some jelly from Aldi and Lidl. They have a gluten-free, like they just have, you just see a little sticker, but they got these little jelly snakes. And I just bought these sweets, and I'm banging these sweets back, and I'm like, oh, suitable for vegetarian, gluten-free. And I'm banging these back, and they just taste like sweets. I wouldn't think, oh, they are gluten-free sweets.
Well, to be fair, those sweets are probably not, they aren't specifically gluten-free, just most sweets are gluten-free.
Okay.
Anyway.
So they can put it on the label.
But that's me learning. So like, when Imogen was first diagnosed, we went and brought all this free-from Easter eggs. Because we just thought she can't eat any other Easter egg. And it was my friend who isn't celiac, but gluten makes her very, very poorly. She was the one that said to me that you don't have to buy free-from. Cadbury's Easter eggs are gluten-free.
Wow. Okay.
However, certain Cadbury's chocolate you can't eat. So the slabs of dairy milk chocolate you can't eat, or Frodo's have only recently gone celiac safe, because they're made in a factory where there's that risk of cross-contamination.
Well, you just said that, and it just triggered a thought in my mind that made me think, well, bars of chocolate, that's everyone. That's everyone. But you say Easter eggs, providing we get closer, which fingers crossed we can, I'll buy your chocolate, I'll buy your children a chocolate Easter egg, but I wouldn't know. So then that makes sense, because like, I'm not taking it away from adults in the slightest, but Easter eggs, we tend to give kids and stuff. And,
well, I like an Easter egg.
Yeah, and I got tied off on that by my other half one before as well. So that's a mandatory thing. But like you say, when you're giving it as a gift, you can, because like you said, there is gluten-free chocolate and etc. But I think with them making it a rule of thumb, I think that's a brilliant idea, because then giving and receiving is not necessarily a serious issue where your gift has to either be destroyed or returned because we don't know what's in it. Where like you said, as a rule of thumb, it's just not in there. So I think that's a real brilliant
idea. We've had a similar
idea.
conversation with school with birthdays, because they're at the age where you're still taking cakes
gifts,
and things. So I'd spoke when she started nursery school, I'd said to them, if any child brings in a cake, let me know and I can bring one from home. And that relationship worked really well.
Brilliant.
However, then when it got into reception, it kind of broke down a bit there. And Imogen would walk out and all these other kids would have a cake and she wouldn't. And
then she felt left out.
And because she's got a twin in the same class, Dan, as a mom, that just broke me, because I just thought...
Because he can.
He's there walking out with a cake.
Mum, look what I got.
And then Imogen hasn't. So to be fair, I'd be like, don't worry, when we get home, you can have something even better.
Yeah.
So I spoke to school again, and I agree. Sometimes parents don't bring it in till after lunchtime, and the teachers haven't got time to call me. And so I do now take in, it's like her emergency snack box.
Perfect.
So there's lots of things in, but a lot of gluten-free food. The date isn't great on it. But if there is an occasion where it comes and they bring in cakes, Imogen's got where she can go in a box and pick it.
Yeah.
I just said to the school, can't you just say, just bring in Haribo's?
Yeah.
Because she can have, or most children can have them, or just ban it.
Yeah.
Just say, I know you're celebrating the children's birthday, but due to allergies in school, not just my Imogen with celiac, nut allergies and everything else, we're just not doing cakes and things for celebrations.
Yeah.
And just do it as another.
Well, what's wrong with Haribo party bag? Like you say, there's like a pack of 12 of them. You buy 2 packs, that's 2 24s, and everyone gets one, and everyone's fine. Or what we got for Christmas for my daughter was a list of everyone's correct spelling of their name. Well, why can't they do that and put a birthday next to it? Because they're in the class. So it isn't like you don't know that that's Sarah Joe and that's Adam Gordon and that's Ashley Jones. You know who these people are. But birthdays would actually, especially in Imogen's case specifically, so everyone gets a date, but just so Imogen's mother and father got this list. So then you can say, oh, okay, right. We know that Sarah Jo's birthday is coming up, so what we're going to do is we're going to send an emergency pack ahead. And even if you did it discreetly, here, miss, there you go. So then she doesn't feel like she's bringing her own food to the party.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
little
there's
things.
so many other ways. And school did say vegetarians can't eat Haribo.
Okay.
But the frustrating bit for me is vegetarian is a life choice most of the time. Coeliac disease isn't.
That's life and death.
Like, it's completely different.
It is.
Imogen doesn't need an EpiPen. We're very lucky with that.
Okay,
However, if she has a crumb, she's very, very poorly. Her whole body comes out in a massive rash, which hurts. And everyone's symptoms are very different. So some children or adults can get sickness and diarrhea. Imogen gets very gassy, so her belly swells up. And she gets sore down below. That's because the gluten's coming out of the body.
Of course.
Very lethargic, very emotional. So, you know, it's the long-term effects of what's then happening with her gut. So to break it down even more medically, we all have little villi. I don't know how, we call them villi or villi. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they're in your gut. And they're like these little things that are like this. And when you eat gluten, they then do this because they're damaged. So if that continually happens, it's a higher risk to get cancer because you're damaging your body.
Yes.
So, you know, that one crumb here or there, to other people might go, oh, it's fine, it's just a bit of crumb, she's got a skin rash. But it's not. She's got an autoimmune disease. Like, if it was a nut allergy and she had an EpiPen, you'd be dealing with it
totally differently. And it would be the biggest, like, you're not supposed to have nuts because even nuts in the air.
Well, nuts are banned in schools, aren't they? I'm not saying ban gluten. I'm not like that, Dan. I don't want that to happen. But just be a bit more
considerate, yes. And especially where a child, male or female, has celiac disease. I feel like that's important. If there was someone who, with a nut allergy, like you say, nuts are banned in school, but if there was someone in that class, through every year of that class, I'm not putting no head teacher under pressure, but I would make a rule to say, listen, wherever that child goes, this law is enforced in tenfold there. Even if it isn't in the next door class, which I'm not trying to say that. Do you know what I mean? But where that child goes, that class, every single step has to, because then you're doing your bit as well, because each teacher forms a bond with a child. Everyone does. Like, you know, you have quiet children, that child don't say a peep, and that child don't stop talking. That was me. Every report, Daniel's a lovely boy, talks way too much, but he's a lovely boy. From infants to college, to job, actually. To job, honestly. But like you say, you know, you do your bit, and everybody needs assistance in whichever way suits them best. And sometimes to help someone is just to give them what they need and an environment that makes them feel safe and comfortable. Like I say, my daughter, they've changed the diagnosis from autism to I've got HD in my lead. Why? ADHD.
Yes.
But she's got like her buddies in his school, and they will look out for her and they go with her, and like, and now she goes to a dance school and she's assigned 2 buddies in there, and one of them are on the exact same situation, and it just makes their environment just that little bit more easy to get used to, that adaptability. And I just think we could all do that. It is hard on a bigger scale, but at the same time, where that one person is, that should be easier, because you're either going to get an upset mum or dad, if not both. You're either going to get an allergic reaction, or you're going to get this person is either lashing out or in the corner crying. Why? Well, and once that conversation, well, okay, and after that, do you know what I mean? It's to make it easier on that person, because then someone says, okay, my child doesn't have celiac or doesn't have any form of, but you know what they do? They can go inside of themselves and they just disappear. She said, well, okay, well, let's sign them 2 friends, and those 2 friends will make sure they're more right, and they go to the 2 friends at playtime, and before you know it, say if that starts in infants, but by the time they leave junior school, they're more interacting with their class, they're putting their hands up, they're leading a presentation, and you get the best out of that person can blossom, you know. We will move on from the point I'm making, but Ime will actually be an ambassador for this.
Well, she currently is at the minute.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, if you think she runs her, I run that Instagram page.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Young Wolverhampton Coeliac Group, she's ambassador to that.
Yeah.
We're also a voice for Medical Alert UK.
Brilliant.
Drop that one in there.
Brilliant.
Medical Alert UK is a medical bracelet that she wears. We found it very early on in the diagnosis. Once again, I was looking, how are people going to know? The bracelet, underneath it has her medical details. So it says celiac disease and there's a number. And if ever a medical team, if anything ever happens to Imogen, touch wood, it doesn't, if ever a medical team find it, underneath that bracelet, they call a number, and then it has all the medical records in the medical alert team.
I'm so sorry. And for any mum or any parent, any guardian behind, and anyone of a senior age then?
Yes, adults can have them as well.
That's what I'm asking. So there's no age restriction. No. You can just contact Medical...
So Medical Alert UK. So we'll drop in the link with that as well.
Medic Alert UK.
So they fund children up to, I'm going to say 16 years, and I might be wrong, it might be 12. So I'm sorry, Medical Alert, if I've got that age bit wrong. But school age, basically, they fund these bracelets.
Okay, brilliant.
So it doesn't cost.
And how much do you know any type of, like, is it like £10, £20?
They're about £20-something,
okay,
I think.
No,
Once again,
that's
I might be wrong.
But that's achievable.
But Medical Alert fund them. And Imogen wears this whenever she's not with me.
Brilliant.
When she's at school.
Yeah.
It's my voice, really. I know that she's safe. And as I said, not just children can have it, teenagers can have them, adults have them.
Yeah.
And it's not just for celiac disease, it's for any medical need that's out there. But Imogen is a massive voice for them. She's been on a billboard.
Excellent.
She's been on some little videos and stuff with them. So that is another platform that we highly rate and recommend and put up there.
No, that's brilliant. And I really do like that, because the more we bring awareness, the more we show that, like, and that's why I love the fact that we went along the line of being blessed, because it is a blessing.
Yeah.
Everything that we go through, when my daughter was a little bit autistic, or however we get there, it was a blessing, because it gives you an understanding, or at least a different perspective.
Massive different perspective.
On situations. And not only that, it puts you in a position where you can think, okay, other children may be like this.
Yeah.
It gives more time. You have a better understanding. It's a greater awareness. You've got more patience.
But I bet the same with you, Dan. Until your child had that diagnosis, same with Imogen, I'll be honest, it sounds horrible, but I didn't really think about allergies that much, because I didn't live it and didn't experience it. I was
aware
of them.
Yes.
And, you know, if a parent had said, can't have it, whatever, I'd try my best. But I wasn't fully aware. And when Imogen's diagnosis came along, it wasn't just the celiac disease that I'm really making massive awareness about, because there's not a lot about it. It's more the inclusion about it. It's more, as you said, giving her confidence when she's at school, because she's different.
Of course.
You know,
but she's not broken.
No,
she's different.
not broken.
And that's a big understand.
Yeah.
You have to understand that everyone is unique. You behind the camera, you are unique, I'm unique, Kay's unique, but we're not broken.
No.
I wear glasses, I'm not broken.
Exactly.
One of my sisters, but she's my friend, but she's my sister, she got a hearing aid, she's a beautiful woman and she had it in her mid-20s. She's not broken.
No, you're just different, but
Yes.
different in a good way.
Yes.
Because Imogen wouldn't have the confidence that she's got now without her celiac disease, because she's living a different path.
Mm-hmm.
You know, school, we feel are lucky. The catering team, majority of the time she has gluten-free food that are safe for her. It's more which causes me anxiety when she's older, when she goes to play dates or birthday parties. We have to always take a packed lunch with us if we go out. So a lot of our play dates are at home because I know she's safe.
That's fine.
And also I don't want to put that pressure
on someone else. Yeah.
And I have, you know, a friend has recently had the twins over for a play date, and bless her, she was like, I've brought this and I've cleaned all my house and I've done this. And I was like, I don't want to put that anxiety on her. But it just was such a relief that somebody else
was
had
so
Imogen.
Considerate.
Yeah, which was incredible. But yeah, I think the awareness is important. We all know that people, unless they're living it, just are blind to it.
That's fair. That's very fair.
And as I said, Imogen's page is, I've made some amazing friends on that. Some are mums, some are mums that are celiac and their children aren't.
Wow.
And on that journey, as I said, I've made some amazing friendships, and their children are like bigger sisters to Imogen that she never had.
Yes.
Which has also led to, there's a Free From Festival. So they do it in Birmingham, Bristol and London. The company's called Free From Festival. And we started going there as a mum and daughter. Birmingham last year, I spoke on a panel, which was mums living with celiac disease and mums to children with celiac. And it went really good. We had a great turnout. So the one in Bristol, which is happening next month, is myself, Ashley, whose little girl is celiac. She's the first mum I ever spoke to on this journey. And another lady, Kerry, her little girl is celiac and has diabetes.
Okay.
So another thing to teach you.
Yeah.
Diabetes and celiac can come hand in hand.
Okay.
Yep. So that's...
So we had diabetes in my family, like, you know, my wider family, not in my house necessarily, but yeah. But I didn't know celiac could be in there as well. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so us three mummies are on a panel again in Bristol, and we're talking about our journey as mums.
Yeah.
With the children that we've got and their challenges that they can face and positives.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's beautiful because it brings people together. You see, like, with a man, you give him a football or a freaking football team or even a rock band or whatever, and you go away. But, you know, like with the mums, I'm very defensive over mums. I was raised by a single mum myself, but I'm very defensive over the mums because for the first, like you said, 9 months. So let's just go with yourself. It's you and your kids.
Yeah.
You get hubby. Some people don't, but we're on about yourself. So you get hubby as your other adult interaction, sanity, you know, COVID, so we wasn't meeting people. But when you get the mums and they have their community where they come together, that's where it's like, you know, girlfriend, same thing. Oh gosh, you get it. Oh, he doesn't. You know, all of that. It's not. It's bonding. Community. It's a real bonding. It's community.
Phil, husband, he's amazing.
Yeah,
like, he does all the cooking. He's like up there, and he's a great dad, and he's a great husband. I'm really bigging him up here. But
go on, Phil.
But joking aside, like, he is a great support. But when it comes to the celiac disease, that's more I take lead of that.
Yes.
And that's not because Phil doesn't get it or understand. That's just me as a mum. I've just done it.
And that's what happens. We get certain roles. We don't assign them. We just sometimes they are attached to us. Type of thing. Like, he became the cook, not because you can't cook. It just how it happened, and it works.
And he'd rather cook than look after 3 children, to be fair. But joking aside, like, he gets it and understands. But when you've got that community that fully get it, as you said, I can go on and go, oh my God, today was hard, and this has happened, and that's happened. And you've got someone to just bounce off.
And like, you're like their voice. which is great because you're a talker. I'm a talker, and I'm like the voice. That's why I ask certain questions. I got a couple of say one may say could be seen as ignorant questions, but it's educating of the wider audience that isn't aware, you know, and that's great because then we can have a conversation that so many people behind can just witness and think, I thought that. I would never thought about wording it like that. You've just put that on my radar. Right, let's check our cupboards about this. Okay, that's why Emmanuel can't come over. But now let's think, can we tidy up our house? Can we do that? We'd love to have Emmanuel come over. He's a great guy, kid. You know what I mean? And it's great that you can have these conversations on behalf of people that need a voice sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's the unknown, isn't it? Like doctors are general practitioners.
Yeah.
They can't know everything.
Everything, they can't.
But sometimes it's quite frustrating because a lot of symptoms that come with celiac disease, as I said, imagings are different, but sickness, diarrhea, lethargic, swollen tummy, losing weight, there's a few other bits and bobs there. For me, I feel the doctors could pick that up earlier. So a lot of them are misdiagnosed with IBS.
Well, yeah.
Or they're just finicky children or something else.
They'll go out of it.
Yeah. So Amy, I feel very lucky that she got diagnosed the way she did. Because a lot of children that are reaching out to us or come to our Young Wolverhampton Celiac group, they're not diagnosed till later on.
Yeah.
And then are so scared of food because it's made them poorly.
Yeah.
That's another pathway.
And then they become an eating disorder or something. And actually it was just a small portion of what you was eating. When actually you've got this that you know. Yeah.
But yeah, we're there.
No, that's lovely. Before we go into the quickfire questions, I love this conversation because it's the type of awareness that you don't know you need. And we all need it. We do. Because, like I say, that's why Ethan can't come around. That's why someone can't do the play dates, the stayovers. And no, we want to invite you. We will be more considerate. We will be more open-minded. We've done it for religious reasons. We've done it for vegetarian reasons. We've done it so we can bring this greater awareness to the wider audience where we can involve more people. Do you know what I mean? Because if I'm honest, I'd rather your children around my house than someone else's snotty nose who ain't celiac, that I just need to clean everything and make sure I go and, but I'd much rather that, do you know what I mean, than a little unruly child who isn't celiac but has no manners, you know? I'd much rather that. But
and if you think, Dan, our conversation, this podcast came from just a meeting through from Nick's Wellbeing. So things happen for a reason.
100%.
Us being there with Nick's and me meeting Sabrina and, you know, joining Nick's and they just helping the young celiac, where we were just talking and just going, okay, what do you do? Yeah. Let's make this bigger. Yeah. I'm really intrigued about this. Let me learn about this. And that's where we are now.
That is beautiful. So,
quick fire questions.
We have this one called quick fire questions. Okay. There's 8 quick fire questions and I absolutely love it. It's just off the top of your head. Okay. And it's just to make it just a little bit more exciting, fun. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So the first question I ask everybody is hot or cold?
Oh, I like to be, I like to be cold, but then I'll wrap up.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I hate being hot.
Because you can't get cool.
Yeah, but I'd rather be cool and then wrap a blanket around me and warm up.
Yes. Okay. So we say cold?
Yes.
Okay,
cold.
cool.
Sorry, that wasn't a quick answer.
No, because I love it because it makes, that was a hard one. You made me think, I've done it as much as I can. And to be fair, my other half has helped me with some of these questions as well.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. High five. So we've got retail therapy or spa day?
Spa day.
Perfect. So we've got night out with the girls or night out with the hubby?
My hubby.
Good answer.
Do you know why? I've got to touch on this. I mean, because the children are so young, it doesn't happen that often. Yes. I can go out with the girls and husband looks after the kids.
Yes.
That's fine. I love going out with the girls.
Yes.
But just going out with the hubby, just me
honestly,
and him.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's when you know that you got a good relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's like you only choose your other half over running from them.
Yeah, yeah.
Respectfully. You could have said other half and I would have said, yeah. But on a personal, like I choose my other half. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well done, Phil. Right, so we've got teach or be taught.
I want to say be taught.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can teach in celiac disease, but I'm learning on that journey. And
That's good.
I'd much rather learn and then teach.
Yes.
But I'd rather learn first and find out the right things and then support afterwards.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. No, I love that. So this is a question that I created. Your children teach you something new every day.
Okay.
Or you spend a day as your own child. So you would be one of those guys, whichever way. It doesn't matter.
I want my children to teach me something new every day.
Yeah.
I love my children to bits. Like, I love them and they're so amazing and so proud of them. I want them to teach me something new every day.
Brilliant. I love that. I absolutely love that. So this is so we're in holidays. This is a perfect time. I think I know the answer based on our conversation earlier on, but let's just get it out, Dan.
Okay.
So, active day with the children or inside the house and crafting with the children. So we say holiday then, holidays.
Oh God, see, I like both of them. Okay. Oh,
I told you.
This is so hard.
I told you.
I love being creative with the children and I do that at home. I love it. My children love to be outside.
Yeah.
So with that answer, I'd rather go outside with them, explore, see new places, get muddy, get messy, and get creative outside. But I do like both of them. So that's a hard one.
Good. Right. So it says, travel to a favourite past moment.
Okay.
Or travel to any time in the future. Bearing in mind, we don't know what the future is. So it could be, when I explained this to Alex a bit quick. I explained to Alex, I said, well, it could be Nan. She could be Nan. Like, we don't know. So I can't tell you a moment because we don't know.
I think going in the past is being in the past. I think you can't change the past.
No, you just you're like maybe a bit passive. Like you can witness and watch. Yeah. But so we're there then watching this then, I'd
rather go in the future.
Yeah.
And see myself in the future and see the kids in the future.
Yeah.
I think that
would be lovely. Yeah.
As long as it's positive.
Perfect. So, okay. So this one here. So this is for you now.
Okay.
Would you rather be someone like a world leader where you can influence the world? And I was going to say like Trump, but not like Trump, but just a world leader, or a secret millionaire where you can support all of these different ventures that you're a part of. Yeah.
Imagine being that secret person.
Yes.
That pot of money. And going, right. Here you go, medical air.
Yes.
Here you go, Nick's Wellbeing.
Yes.
Here you go, Young Wolf.
Yes.
Just like pot.
This is what I'm saying. And you're still there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kerry, we've had a £50,000 donation, have we? Oh.
Yeah.
And it's really you.
Oh God, yeah, I love that. Love that.
Perfect. Yeah. What message would you like to leave with everybody? So it's definitely celiac based. Okay. So then what message would you like to leave with everybody? Just from you. So it could be mom of the kids, it could be mom who had a baby in COVID, or it could be the person who's in charge of the 7,500. Just what message would you like to leave?
I think my message would be life has its ups and downs. Life has positives and life has some negatives, some hard times, but you've got it. We've all got it.
Yeah.
We're allowed to cry.
Yeah.
But there's always a better outcome as things go on.
Yeah.
And there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
That's beautiful.
And I can put my hands up for that because I have cried and I've faced some tough times. There's so many positives that have happened along the way.
Yeah, no, agreed. And I really do like that because it's true. And like when you said we're allowed to cry, I can definitely empathise with you there. Being a male, I've cover this already. We struggle with crying, we struggle with opening up. And I had the pleasure of being in a room where 3 of my friends, we was all males, clearly, strong guys, men, exactly. And we had a cry one time, and it was just because we all experienced some form of loss, whether it mum, dad, experience, and it was just like an emotion, and it was a coming together, and it started as a little bit of like a pecking at one another. I haven't seen you, you haven't seen me, and it really, when you peel back the layers, and it was like, I needed you, man, and it's like, I needed someone as well, and then we had that embracing, and it was an experience that, if I'm honest, not a lot of men will receive, because they're too strong, for that. You know, they're too hard for that better word then. And I'm really grateful for that. So the being able to cry, it's so true, because it's natural, man. We up, we down. If life is up, you just like, oh, another day up, yay. Life is down, you're like, oh, life will never get better. So you need the up and the, you do, just to create balance within oneself, appreciate the highs, cry through the lows, dance in the rain, as the would say. I like that one. So that's I really like that. And then this one here, what one thing would you tell your younger self? So again, this can be COVID self, this could be teeny bopper self, this could be Immy age self, this could be just a younger you.
You're going to be happy.
Brilliant.
I think you're going to have a beautiful life, and you're going to be happy. I think that's what I'd say.
I love that, because for myself, there was a moment, I've said this before, there's a moment in school where, like, I was gonna have a fight with one of my friends. It was very silly, and I was thought, oh my God, just get on. So I didn't want this fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
We all are.
Exactly. And I turned around, and the whole school was behind me, waiting for my ass to get kicked. And fortunately, I got home, and on my way home, I was walking, and I thought to myself, what if I ever grew up into someone famous or special, important, that they'd be sorry they did that to me. And I think to myself, like, being able to look back at that young boy and say, bro, not only did we make it, we're so cool. Like, we're so nice, we're so loving. You know, the opportunity to be that bully or be that person who likes to flex or feel, and it's just, no, man, we're so loved. Like, so that's amazing. That's amazing. And last question, what would you say to your future self? So now this is Kerry, this is your first episode. We're coming back on, so it could be the end of this year, or it could be next year. So what would you say to yourself this time next year then?
This time next year, oh my goodness. Wow. You are smashing life. You're smashing being a mum. You're smashing advocating for celiac disease. You're smashing being a wife. You're just smashing life. Well done.
I love that. I absolutely love that. That's amazing, Kerry. And this is the partner where we put all our plugs, so your social media handles will come back up and everything. So where can we find you? Specifically you, and then some of the areas, like we can put Nick's Wellbeing so people can have a little look, but specifically you, and then a couple areas that we just go and have a little nose in, just see what's happening over there.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks,
so
Dan.
No problem at all. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. I've loved it. This is it's flowed better. Not better than I thought, but it's been amazing. I didn't know much about celiac. You've really enlightened me. We will be there. The donation will be en route. It'll probably be there before me. And no, honestly, just thank you for the opportunity. I absolutely adore your family. I think you're all amazing, beautiful people. The story, getting to know you guys is so amazing as well. And the awareness,
Let's continue to help raise awareness, Dan. Between me and you, I'll be teaching you more, and we'll be teaching the community. So
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Thanks,
I absolutely love that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And guys, honestly, number one, if you've got a blessing you would like to share that one may see as a challenge, but actually it's God blessing us, then please do let us know. Also, if you're in a position where you would like to showcase your story, your talents, then please do get in touch, because this channel is to bring awareness to one another and also celebrate yourself. You know, in this world, I'm not going to go on, but in this world, we make magic happen, and we can't always celebrate ourselves. We can every day, and I highly recommend you do. But we don't always feel like we can. So Kai won't be saying, you know what, Dan, I got 7,500, and you know what, Dan, we did this, and you know what, that, because it's like, Kerry, why are you bragging? It would never be like that with me, but that's sometimes how we feel we're perceived. So this is a platform where you can talk about your strengths, your confidences, your challenges, and we can cry together, we can smile together, and we can definitely celebrate each other. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please follow Kerry on all of her channels. Today we definitely won, guys. Thank you.